Hey everybody, back with a new episode of The X-Files. Last episode, we wrapped up the Samantha arc. She was taken by the walk-ins.
Yeah.
And from the messages, I think most people ended up being okay with it.
Yeah.
Even though it very much came kind of out of nowhere. But, I mean, it doesn't, negate the fact that the whole alien experimentation happened.
Right.
It's just that was something to kind of...
Yeah, she was already abducted by...
Yeah, living with
the
Jeffrey and...
Right. And they were already experimenting on her and her DNA and had her DNA and...
And the walk-ins just came and saved her, which is, a nice thing.
After she ran away.
Right. So we'll take it. And Mulder ending the episode saying that he's free. That definitely takes away a level of his purpose and pursuit.
Yeah.
And
his persistence, his purpose, pursuit, and persistence.
Yeah, exactly.
And persnicketyness.
Inveigle in, what were the three? Investigate, inveigle, something. They were all eyes. But Mulder also seems a little more spiritual now. So,
see where that takes us.
Yeah. As always, there's still the Smoking Man to contend with, and that will always be a thing. But we'll see what we're getting into. This next episode is called X-Cops.
I mean, has the Smoking Man never considered, maybe he would be less invested if he put an end to his investigation?
But he doesn't...
Truth? Give him the truth, and then he'll give up.
But he doesn't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
He likes the push and pull. X-Cops.
X-Cops. They're gonna quit.
Like the X-Files version of Cops?
The show Cops?
I didn't think... Maybe.
It's gonna be like a documentary.
Oh, that would be cool. I mean...
It would be very weird for the show to do.
Do you consider, federal agents to be cops?
I think they consider themselves to be cops.
So it's just like...
I mean, I wouldn't call him a cop. If you said cop to me, I would
you call him
assume a lower level. Yeah,
but
call him a Fed. But I think that they call... I think
Yeah. You're definitely a cop.
I'm a retired federal agent versus I'm a retired cop is easier to say.
Yeah. I guess all federal agents are cops, but not all cops are federal agents. That type of thing.
Yeah, I would say that.
Sure. Well, we'll see. Let's get into it. But also, ACAB.
Oh. Except for...
The following is a special episode of The X-Files.
No! Emily, you called it.
I can't believe they did this. This is wild. Wow, they really
I don't know
were
what it
paving
is
the
about
way.
a full moon. It's just something about it. People just go off the wall. I mean, these are some pretty scary neighborhoods to begin with.
This is
I haven't been on the job that long myself, but I've seen more than my fair share. Crazy stuff.
I want to see
We're
how
on
they
the job.
react.
If that makes people breathe a little easier knowing we're out there, or
It doesn't.
be a little less nervous walking the streets at night, well, that's a good feeling.
More nervous.
And of
Check
course,
that
Cops
back.
was
A
on.
report of a
Spots. Oh, yeah. Tie-in.
monster lurking around the neighborhood.
Distracted driving much?
It's a full moon.
Oh.
A lot of scratches.
Werewolf, Cindy.
Big dogs. Probably what you saw.
A huge dog.
Sheriff's Department.
Is that...
That was 5 fingers.
No, mom. No, mom. No, senora. You, freeze! Sheriff's Department. Freeze! Sheriff's Department. Run! To the car!
Oh.
To the car now!
What did you see?
Run! Adam needs assistance. I need assistance.
Oh.
999!
No.
We were attacked.
By who? By gangbangers? Keith.
Yeah, it was gang.
No.
Okay, fan out of the cell.
Say what he actually saw.
Double everybody out.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Keith or whoever needs to come back and take a seat.
Uh-huh.
Maybe get out of shock.
Oh, there we go.
My back pocket.
Call for the FBI. Give him back that gun.
Thank you.
We're investigating a case.
The
What
turtleneck.
case?
Same case you're working on.
So who are we looking for?
Not who, what?
What the hell is going on here? You okay?
He looked dead ass at the camera.
Paul marks here? These sightings only occur on nights when there's a full moon, which tells me something.
What?
Yes, it does.
What you saw was large, right? Maybe 7 to 8 feet tall when it stood up on its 2 legs, and it was covered in fur.
You're not serious.
And dare I forget teeth? She didn't it? Yeah, look at that.
What the hell are you describing?
A werewolf.
Excuse me.
It's what did that. It also attacked one Hyman Escalera 29 days ago during the last full moon. My partner and I are here to catch it. Unfortunately, though, Deputy, you've been bitten.
With all due respect, what the are you talking about?
Talking about preventing this man from becoming a danger to himself and to others.
Can I see your badge? You can.
Agent Mulder. Mulder, have you noticed that we're on television?
I don't think it's live television, Scully. She just said
Camera, and it's recording.
the possibility of capturing concrete proof of the paranormal, of a werewolf in front of a national audience, even an international audience. What's not to love?
Living.
I'm gonna call Skinner, Mulder.
Okay.
I'm sure he's gonna want to say a couple words about this.
I'm sure.
Guys, give it a rest, huh?
This is what Hyman Escalera described just before succumbing to his injuries. 10 to 1, that's what Mrs. Guerrero is going to describe too. You got your sister?
Come on.
Oh, monster. Boy, you know, they kill him in every movie and he just keeps coming back.
What if it is a claw man?
They turn out to be insect bites. Individual welts or stings of some sort.
Odd.
Together, they just look like a larger pattern. Especially when we want them to.
Ouch.
Although it was an understandable conclusion that I'm sure anybody would have made.
So what does
Let's go.
Skinner say?
He said that the FBI has nothing to hide.
Something else. I'm not sure what. Some other kind of creature, though.
But the full,
It's definitely a creature.
but the full moon.
No, you go with someone else.
No, we need to hear what y'all talking about.
Guys, watch out, I'm a doctor.
She's a doctor.
Oh no, it's your stepdaughter.
Oh. Ooh, wee.
That's what I was afraid of, Scully.
Stop it.
What's that?
Our suspect, apparently. Slash marks match up pretty well, wouldn't you say?
Somebody lost a nail.
Ooh.
Nice color.
You didn't see his attacker?
I'm ready for my close-up. Nobody care about your scabby ass. That's police business. Ooh, excuse me? That's gonna give me nightmares.
So you didn't see anything at all? Nothing.
Shantara, I know that skank ass color anywhere.
Damn.
Streetwalker.
When I'm gonna get my own TV show?
You need one.
If I didn't care more than words.
Bubblegum pink. That'd be a good color for you, Scully.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he got in their car.
Yeah.
I'd have to say that at this point in the investigation, I'm usually a little more secure in what it is we're actually investigating.
Look, he's been chasing me for a week, okay? He said he was gonna twist my neck off like a little chicken if I didn't give him more money.
No one is going to get you.
So do you think it's him?
Now, what's more, Deputy Russell here is going to keep an eye on you when we go and put the cuffs on Chico.
Maybe.
No one is going to
Very
get you.
specific thing to say. Oh.
Shots fired.
I'll admit it.
It was here.
Keith.
It was here.
Only certain people can see it.
Maybe we shouldn't let Keith
I
alone.
heard her screaming, and I tried to stop it. I swear to you, I tried. I did everything I could do.
Oh,
Neck.
like a chicken.
9mm. It's our issue.
Why not?
It's lying in the middle of the street. Doesn't look like a ricochet.
Maybe Wetzel hit what he was aiming at.
The Wasp, man.
What?
The Wasp, man.
said that it would come get me in my sleep
Insect
and that it would sting me to death.
So you're saying that the wasp man attacked you both times
What if
here
just
and
whatever
earlier
you're
in the patrol
afraid
car?
of?
I'm not saying that that's what it was, okay?
What if we're dealing with one creature, one entity, that when it attacks appears to you as your worst nightmare? Fear. Maybe that's what this thing feeds on.
You don't treat me right. You better appreciate me or I'll walk you down.
We're not here to get involved in any kind of
mama
personal...
with disrespect.
I know.
He treats
It's
me
just Doran.
We're not here to get involved in personal problems.
See, you.
I think the key is to remain unemotional, okay? Try to stay calm. Try to keep your heart rate down. Try to keep your adrenaline down. Try to relax.
Oh, no. I'm scared he's gonna leave me.
Oh no.
We should take him to a hotel.
We don't need no hotel. We've been living in this house for 17 years. Ain't nobody gonna chase us out.
You're not afraid?
Now, I didn't say that.
Well, she softened on him.
You really believe me, huh? And every shift I go out thinking, go ahead. I go out thinking, there is somebody out there who wants to take me out. Am I gonna run into him tonight?
I seriously doubt that we're going to find anything that looks like a contagious pathology here.
Because, I mean, if we were, we should be taking precautions.
I'm worried about this lady.
The body
She seems
could be
very
contagious.
scared.
This woman died of a broken neck, right? Not the hantavirus.
Why did you mention the hantavirus?
Oh,
Oh.
This lady just not need to be.
Oh, she's scared of it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I didn't realize, but I didn't think she'd be in the chain.
I didn't know. I didn't realize she was gonna get the hantavirus, but I figured she'd be in the chain because she was so scared.
So you asked me earlier, what would this thing be doing in Willow Park? Well, where else would it go but a high-crime neighborhood, somewhere where people live behind barred windows and are afraid to go out at night?
We checked every place else tonight. Let's check this place again.
Why again?
He said he loves busting up a crack
He
house.
does. He's about to die.
I'm calling for backup.
Get out! Get out now! Get out! Let's go!
Oh my goodness. Why did you go in there by yourself anyway?
Scully will intentionally not be scared. It's just like it's,
No.
there's no way.
Where's Wetzel?
Where's the cop?
Stay where you are. Wetzel, don't be afraid. They can't hurt you.
we're up here!
Ah.
You didn't get the proofs that you wanted, Mother.
Hey, it all depends on how they edit it together.
It's going to be a hard one to write up.
132 in Bush. I've got him at gunpoint.
Oh man.
132 in Bush. Covers code 3.
That's unsatisfying.
Yeah.
But fear is hard to kill. And cops.
Some might say impossible.
Yeah, and I think that this is probably a good thing to happen in an episode focused on cops. And it's kind of a snake eating its tail. What comes first, the
Yeah.
cop or the fear?
Right.
Pretty fun. Actually played more straight than I was expecting. And it's a fun thing when the fear is just manifesting in all the different ways. It's really hard to pin down.
Right.
Scully was hilarious.
She's right. It will be hard to write up because
Yeah, what do you even say? How is it connected at
stick
all?
to the facts, I guess.
Which will remain unsolved. Yeah. My whole big issue with cops in general, and it's always in low socioeconomic neighborhoods that they're constantly policing, and it's cops that don't even live anywhere near those communities that come in and assert their they don't care about it at all. It's just their job. They don't see those people as humans. If they went to more affluent areas, there's just as much crime going on there, like domestic violence, drug use. It's all happening there too, but they come into these other neighborhoods and pass judgment and cause all that fear. I think it's a kind of a smart commentary on all that. You know, the whole cop production is I mean, it's kind of fucked up that they even do it.
Yeah.
Because
It's like other people's lives, and
but it's entertainment for
yeah.
people. But it's also a way for people to pass judgment on other people.
Or just feel better about themselves.
Feel better about themselves and also not have to like actually be a part of what's happening. They're so removed from it. So I think this was kind of smartly done, not necessarily as much of a criticism as it probably needs to be, but I think it certainly wasn't like a glowing description or view of that whole circus. Mm-hmm. So I liked it. But just Cops in general. I mean, Cops the show and Cops are they just it boils my blood. But you know, Mulder and Scully getting dropped in the middle of that is pretty fun.
Yeah. Fully wasn't expecting it to just be actually cops, though.
Yeah, I mean that's a gag in and of itself. I wish they would have put like Mulder in like a real, like make him look as ridiculous as he can be, because it was never about his fear or Scully's for that matter.
Yeah.
It would have been fun if like
Once again,
he
Scully
saw an
was-
alien or something.
Yeah, Scully was never.
No,
She was never gonna succumb to it.
no. Even though like walking into that house and I mean there's a level of fear there, even if you aren't dealing with something that you can't describe.
I think it just started off with him saying it was a werewolf, and she was just like, immediately
I'm out.
Yeah. Even though they had been investigating it already.
Yeah.
Although, how would they be there investigating it already if it was just that night?
Well,
It had just started that night. And then he did say that there was just like a string of...
probably they were basing everything off the last full moon.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, this is the new full moon, so we're going to...
But see, at the end, they were like, it's going to show up wherever. They weren't like, it's going to be back in this neighborhood. It's going to just be in whatever neighborhood.
I mean, I guess if they got everybody who's afraid, it has to move on.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of smart that, like, what was Steve and Eddie? There was also a little bit of metaphor there. They were like, we're not going to be pushed out. You know, I'm sure they've had to deal with discrimination and all that. And that's why they weren't easily afraid because, like, they're like, we already
And I
dealing
think
with some bullshit.
the cops knew who they were already, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I imagine if they ever see anything, they're like, let's go talk to them.
For sure. They're going to tell it all.
Especially the camera crew. They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the show.
Yeah.
But I'm
This
glad.
is great for ratings.
But I'm glad they like worked out their little spat
Yeah,
and
that
they
was
hugged
really
at the end.
cute.
That was very cute. But yeah, I would definitely watch a show about them. So yeah, interesting concept.
Surprising. Like, this is...
But it makes sense when you're like, oh, Fox.
Yeah.
Fox Network.
Yeah, but this is just not what I
Crossover.
really expected. Even
No.
though we were saying that, I was like, no way they're going to do that.
Well, they sure did do it. I think there's a subtle criticism here, but definitely not because Vince Gilligan wrote it.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
But also, you know, you're perpetuating in it with it basically being a crossover.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is in itself like a advertisement. So, yeah.
I mean, I would say if you're that afraid that you're going to die every day, you should probably find another job.
You should.
You should probably find another line of work.
If you go into it thinking someone's out to get you,
Right.
that's
You
why you're
gotta
such
get
a
them
fucking hair trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel kind of icky
Yeah.
about it. But, I mean, the X-Files is...
They are cops, but they're paranormal cops.
Sure. But it's still like a endorsement for it. The idea of it.
I mean, they're not gonna. You also. You're like they're not negative towards it, but it's also like their show, the network show.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that.
No, I know. But I think Vince Gilligan did what he could
Yeah.
within the constraints of all of that, which is something. I would,
He might have even wanted to do more criticism, but
Sure.
the network's
I
like,
would-
absolutely not.
yeah. I don't think this is going to be a favorite for me just because of the content, but
The beginning was incredible.
just the gag of it was
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
And Mulder's on camera. His explanations were cracking me up the whole time too. Not gonna lie. Just
Dolly's just trying to avert her face,
Right.
but then when they wanted to go and see what she does, when she's like, "Yes, come and see. Let me."
yeah, if she's the one in control of the range, she's like, okay,
Yeah,
get the
and she's also like a little proud of the work she does,
Yeah.
counteracting what Mulder throws at her. So yeah, fun episodes. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon.